Here we go. If you were thinking of going for a tea break, don't put the kettle on, stay where you are. This is going to be frantic from the very start. A rematch of their 2008 contest here at the Kelvin Hall, where there was just 1 point between them on 2 scorecards and 2 points between them on one of those cards. The decision went the way of Appleby in that British title contest, but it was disputed, and they're back, Paul Smith, to do it again.
Yep, good start, usual stuff from John Simpson. Landing on his jab, just coming forward. You know, he's strong and relentless, John Simpson, when you let him. And I like his style. I've always liked the way he fights. I like Paul Appleby in the way he fights, though. That's a good right arm from Simpson then.
Yeah, he's had an early breakthrough. Appleby forced to cover up. Blemishes on either eye. He's reddening up already. Appleby's not been that difficult to find in recent fights. Some people wondering if maybe that Walsh contest has maybe left its mark. John Simpson's always been tough of the tough.
That's the only question mark I had, whether the Walsh fight did take much out of Appleby. And to be honest with you, you know, it wouldn't take an idiot to see that it will have. You know, it was a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a pace. The heat in there, the physical exertion that both fighters put in. It was an up and down fight, and it's got to have taken its toll.
Both going with a left hook, and it was Appleby who came off worst in that exchange. There's always been a real sort of sharp, short, economic thing about the punching from Simpson. He's always been that type of fighter, quite explosive up close.
Yeah, he is, and he's strong, and he started fast tonight, and he's stamped his authority on the fight straight away. He's landing some good shots, and he caught Appleby, and he rocked Appleby before.
Well, John Simpson's one of those fighters that his record just doesn't tell the story whatsoever. Big left hooks again. They're going at it as we thought they would.
This is a great start, and they're just picking up where they left off last time.
Oh, mass! What about that
Lovely
for a jab?
Simpson had the success with the jab from the very first bell. The first 2 jabs he landed were big jabs.
I'll tell you what. The signs are, people might have wondered coming into this, John Simpson moving up from featherweight. He seemed comfortable for so long during his career. Would he be giving up the strength, the weight, all of that to Appleby? The early encounters we've seen so far, that's not the case at all.
No, and I think John Simpson is a natural featherweight. Well, there was talk of him doing super bantamweight once.
He's got that featherweight speed, you know. He's beating Appleby to the punch here.
I think between those 3 weights, there's not a massive difference, you know, super feather and super bantam. And there was talk of John Simpson going to super bantam after my brother Stephen beat him, and he never ever did do it. He stayed at featherweight. He lost to Lee Selby, and this step up might rejuvenate him a bit. He certainly looks stronger.
There was a really short right hand in there as Appleby was sort of blundering forward. He's been beaten to the punch. That's a terrific start from John Simpson.
It's a big round for Simpson. Good start.
Well, not only does he win the round, but he's made an early statement, John Simpson. We mentioned 9 defeats on that record, but 7 of them have come in British or Commonwealth title fights. He's got real domestic pedigree, and he's a tough fighter.
He is, and you know, I know a lot about John Simpson through my brother fighting him twice, and you know, we've studied tapes of John Simpson. My brother knows him inside out. My trainer now knows him inside out, and what you see is what you get with John Simpson. But I like that about him. You know, he's a good, strong, honest grafter, good fighter, and just keeps coming forward like this, throwing shots like this. It was a good fast start from him. He had a lot of success in that round there.
And I guess both of them sort of come into a fight like this knowing that it really is not quite win or bust, but close to it.
Yeah, it could be close to it, but they both know each other inside out as well. So there's that added, you know, bonus, if you like, of getting one over on the other one from the previous fight as well.
And as we
saw,
saw,
adds to it.
Yeah, summer of 4 years ago, it ebbed and flowed throughout that one. This way and t'other, it was a real tight one.
Good left hook.
Yeah, there's a right to the body, and then the counter right again from John Simpson, who's looking wickedly sharp here.
Good right arm from Appleby inside as well.
Wasn't it just? Yeah, he timed that beautifully, and he's got to use that strength of his. I think he's got to meet fire with fire. He might have had tactics going into it, but I think he's just going to have to stand his ground, Appleby.
Yeah, if anyone was going to do the outboxing, it's Appleby. John Simpson isn't one to stand on his back foot and box, you know, and that's not criticising. That's just how he fights. He does what he does well. But Appleby's got the tools to stand off and box, but it's just not working for him.
Well, we saw him in Box Nation, of course, of the Ricky Burns card back in March, the Braehead win. He outpointed the previously unbeaten Stephen Allman from Ireland, but that was another tight one that could have gone either way. And all those people ringside thought that Appleby was slightly fortuitous to get it that night.
Yeah, me one of them that night. Appleby landed a lovely body shot there on Simpson. It just bounced off him. He's just come right back into it straight away. A
really sporting sort of tap of the head from Appleby there. In and amongst all that ferocity, there was an act of sportsmanship.
Again, another good body shot from Appleby.
Well, I tell you what, from just a few yards away, it's intense, and they're mixing it up downstairs. Big uppercut from Appleby, who's having more his way in this round. Inside the final minute of the second. Much better from Appleby. Those punches round the side and on the gloves. He's picked it up, Appleby.
It's another great fight. It's just warming up very nicely.
Yeah, hors d'oeuvres. What's next? Main course and dessert, a fancy. 10 rounds of this coming up, folks. Should it go the full distance as we come towards the end of the second.
Nice right hand.
And Simpson just dodging out of range. Oh, big right hand there from Appleby, who's found his mark in this second round, and the intensity, I think, to level things up.
For me, it was another Simpson round. I think Appleby landed the cleanest shots sometimes, you know, when the eye-catching shots, but I think there's just a lot more work for Simpson. Close round, but I think it's still another Simpson round for me.
Is it going to be one of those fights?
It's warming up very nice. You know what, I'm lying, it's not even warming up, it's just literally picked up from where they left it last time. They've just fell straight back into the old routine, and they're going out for leather.
There you see frenetic exchanges up close. More like it from Appleby. There was that swinging right hand in up close, but Simpson came back with his shorter, sharper punches.
He's always got an answer for everything, Simpson, inside. He always seems to have the last say in every exchange. And that for me was what just won him the round, just pipped him the round for me.
Victor Loughlin over on the sides. Richie Davis obscuring your view of the fight slightly. Phil Davies over on the other side of the ring, each of them with prime views right on the ring apron to watch, maybe enjoy, and score this one. If I could just get Richie to lean his card to one side, I could almost see it. Here we go again in the third. I guess you could have had slight, well, it's Simpson, so probably not, but maybe you wondered how he'd react to the Selby loss, the first stoppage defeat of his whole career, Paul.
Yeah, I can see Appleby the way he's coming out and he's attacking the body a lot, so we will have watched the Selby fight, obviously, and he'll think there's a weakness down to the body. You know, I think he just got caught with a great shot that night. I think he's a strong, tough man, Simpson, and he's taking these body shots well and coming back with his own and answering them back as well.
Nice sharp right hand lead there from Simpson as well. I reckon he'd make a good poker player, Simpson. He never budges 1 inch. The facial expression pretty much says the same. And here we go again. Simpson now on top. Appleby missing with a few as Simpson danced out of range. Appleby with the 2-inch height advantage, but I don't think he's one to use that, certainly not in a fight like this.
These two will have sparred hundreds of rounds together as well.
Really good sharp punch that up close again, a short one from Simpson, who ducked away from Appleby's counter by an inch and then responded with an uppercut. He's looking pretty good, John Simpson. I'll tell you what, he's got a natty pair of shorts on tonight as well. Straight from the Rocky movies, those ones. Crackers. Looping right hand from Appleby found its mark. The Appleby fans have travelled through from Edinburgh to our right on their feet. Come on, Appleby, the shouts from the Edinburgh mob. John Simpson on the jab and the right hand. And taking all of the counters on his gloves. Well, only 30 seconds inside the final 30 of this third. It's just racing by.
Yeah, there's no argument. The cleaner work is from Appleby, but he's just landed too much, John Simpson, all the time. Everything he throws seems to be landing. Okay, it's not got the biggest of power, but he's landing all the time.
Yeah, this is snappy work from Simpson again. And even on the retreat, he's managing to find his mark. That lead right hand again, sneaking through the guard, and I think that was a Simpson round.
Yeah, me too. I think he's just, as I say, he's landing all the time. He's landing a lot higher success rate than Appleby, who is landing the more eye-catching shots, though. So it all depends on how you score a fight, how you judge a fight yourself.
Well, I think Paul and I will disagree on the second. I gave that one to Appleby, but otherwise, I mean, everyone at home will have their own scorecard too. I wonder.
Jab, left hook, right hook.
We said at the start of the night, didn't we?
In the back, in the sides, you catch him, no problem. You need to keep him off balance, John. You need to keep working your jab and keep him off balance. On the jab all the time off the tip. Finish up in the middle on the side. The left hand's away from the feet, you just got to keep plugging away with it, yeah? Keep working it, Paul. Keep working it. Still feeling good? Good boy. On there. Good job.
Trying to eavesdrop in that corner for the instructions. They seem happy enough in Simpson's corner.
He's just got to keep doing what he's doing. He's landing a lot of shots and he's having success landing. They're not eye-catching shots, they're not the big shots, but he's landing a lot of them.
I think that Simpson's defence is just a little tighter too.
Yep, you're right, exactly.
Here we go then into the fourth. Flying by this one, as we expected. Sharp work from John Simpson. Flashy short punches left and right. And a meaty right to the body, followed by a left, and he's working Appleby now, Simpson.
As soon as we say the shots aren't too eye-catching, he goes and catches the eye with them. That was a good combination.
Now, lest we forget, this is the John Simpson who went to Belfast and completely outpowered Martin Lindsay. Who would have thought that? He was inspired that evening. Time in the right hand again, Simpson. Left just dipping under the elbow, and Simpson seems in control here.
If someone had told you before the fight that Simpson would be standing off and outboxing Appleby for the round, you wouldn't have believed him. You know, but he's done it this round with success as well.
Yeah, his timing's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And both of them, you sense, paving the way with that bodywork.
Yeah. It's just, he seems to land too easily for me, Simpson. Appleby takes a lot of shots. He's took a lot in this fight.
I'll tell you what, Paul, 10 quid a month, we're not charging them enough.
No, not for this. This is a good fight. That was a good shot by Appleby. He caught Simpson there.
Value for money on boxing.
Oh, lovely.
Big sweeping punches from John Simpson again, and a slightly tired look about Appleby there.
Two nice shots. Lovely left uppercut to bring the head up, and then a left hook round the side.
I think Appleby was having to dig deep and have a word with himself there pretty early on, as the heads come close together. Well, sharp work again from Simpson, who's finding his mark. Final 30 seconds of the fourth. I said Simpson in command. That's the wrong word, isn't it, for a fight like this, really? But he's trying to take control.
He was for the first 2 minutes, you're right, but the last minute it's livened up a little bit and it's evened up a little bit more. But I was just thinking in my head, you know, it's a shame it's not like the way the amateurs scored them, because it'd be interesting to see the scoring of how many shots have actually landed, because Simpson's landed a hell of a lot more shots, whereas Appleby's have been a bit eye-catching.
He's just puffing up round each eye, Appleby. Massive uppercut inside and a follow-up right on the bridge of the nose. And John Simpson with a big, big round. Might just get a chance to hear Billy Nilsson's instructions here for Paul Appleby.
Jab, up in middle, go through, over the cap. Okay, son, the boxing beautiful. Okay. John, he's knackered. He's only got a couple of rounds in him. A couple of rounds in him, pal. Okay? This is yours. This is yours. This is yours, John.
This is what I was saying before, and I just don't like seeing it. Appleby's just taking too many shots for me. You know, Simpson, everything he throws is land. That was a lovely combination, but he doesn't have to really try too hard to land shots. All he does is throw them. He lets his hands go and they land.
He's been the same, Appleby, from the minute he turned pro, and he's got the skills, he's got the talent, he's got the height, reach, he's got everything, but he's an entertainer and he loves the scrap.
Oh, he is.
Here we go, into the fifth, approaching halfway. Security about John Simpson, a real surety about his work. Big right hand and combinations from John Simpson, who's turning on the style and the heat.
Nice body shot creep through there from Simpson.
He's a little sneaky one. Yeah.
Good reply from Appleby with his own body shot.
And Appleby trying to resume the frontal assault that he pressed and put into action in the second round, which had some sort of success.
I think that left hook to the body just hurt Simpson a little bit there. He wanted to hold after it.
And another ducking low, Simpson. Yeah, just one or two signs that they've had an effect.
Yeah, he's just wincing a little bit when they land.
One below the belt. Appleby, I think, senses that. He's going after Simpson. Another left in low there towards the mid-drift of Simpson. Is this a turning point for Appleby?
You know he's hurt Simpson by the way Appleby's still targeting it now. No one will know more than those two fighters inside from the noises they're hearing off each other when they're landing. Appleby will have heard a little wince from Simpson, because the way he's targeting the body, he's going for it.
Just when you thought it was safe to sit back and cheer your man, and well.
Good shot.
Appleby's put a lot into this round, but he's getting his reward. And Simpson's just having to, he's sort of leaning down and in, isn't he? Almost protecting himself.
It's not just this round that the body shots have the toll on, it's the future rounds from now on for John Simpson. They just zap your energy from you, and he was going at a very good pace, and he looked like he had 10 in them all night. He was having a little deep breath or two in the last round, but previous round, but he would have got a little second wind kicking in. Them body shots take everything out here, and they hurt Simpson.
Appleby's bloodied round the nose now. They are going at this hammer and tongs. Big left hook from John Simpson. Appleby's put a lot into this round. Almost all Appleby, and then the last minute Simpson coming back into it. Crowd on their feet here. Every time these pair get in a ring, is Fight of the Year contender.
This is a war, this is a great fight, and some pace as well.
Who did you give that one to, Appleby?
I had to sort of shade for Appleby, just for the better quality work with the body shots. But again, you know, it was nip and tuck. But Appleby round, first one for me.
Tight fight. It's engaging stuff.
Again,
captivating.
Not just because of that, the way the body shots are landing, that could turn the tide in this fight now. How Simpson reacts to being here to the body, and how his body reacts, not his mental attitude. How his body reacts to being caught with those body shots will tell us a lot in these next 2 rounds.
And all those body shots that we saw in the first couple of rounds that you almost go unnoticed.
Seem to bounce off at that stage, but now you're getting a bit tired, you're breathing a bit heavier, they land and they have that effect then.
And there's some of the close-up work as Howard Foster beckons them in for the 6th as we broach the halfway marker in this one. The Celtic Super Featherweight title up for grabs, won by Paul Appleby back in the spring against Stephen Ormond. And a repeat of the British title affair between these pair in this ring some 4 years ago. Bit of blood coming out of the nose of Paul Appleby's nose, quite swollen actually. I don't know if there's an issue there.
There's a cut on John Simpson's eye, his left eye just opens up now.
Yeah, good spot. So both blooded. Simpson tried to nick one under the right elbow of Appleby.
There's probably no doubt about it, it was an accidental head clash. No, we'll hear Howard Foster say so in a minute, whether he thinks it was or not.
Had a good look at it there, Howard Foster. Sort of sagging, sweeping punch that from John Simpson. Caught Appleby in the top of the head, and again he's teeing off Simpson. He manages to dance out of range. Big right hand uppercut as well from Simpson.
I was just going to say, if I was Simpson, I'd just stick to the head. He's having a lot more success when he just goes head hunting. You know, with all due respect to Appleby, Simpson can't miss when he throws the straight shots to the head.
Simpson's defence just that bit better. And actually, he, strangely, Paul, as you picked up, he almost doesn't need to be in range, Simpson.
No, exactly. He's throwing shots and they're landing at will when he throws them straight. And the uppercuts that follow it up when Appleby does come inside, they're having more of an effect as well.
I think Simpson can make this fight easier on himself.
Yeah. But when have you known John Simpson to do that?
Absolutely
correct.
correct.
Appleby's head.
Big right hand. Big right hand to the body. Appleby down. He's trying to get some energy in his legs. He's in a bit of bother here. Worrying moments. A minute to go in the 6th. John Simpson on the cusp, taking his time. Big right hand. Appleby blooded, swollen nose. Another left to the body from John Simpson, who takes a deep breath, takes his time, and he's down, and he's out. Paul Appleby counted out. And John Simpson is the new Celtic Super Featherweight champion. Muted celebrations, Paul Appleby on his side, and very quickly the medical staff on hand. He wants to get up. I think he's okay, Appleby. It was a tumbling, sweeping, fell fall from Paul Appleby. He blows his cheeks, he shakes his head. He's okay. And what a finish. Great fight.
Great finish, great shot. I'm just glad to see Paul Appleby's okay. He took a lot of punches in that fight, and you know, I was saying before the fight I didn't want to see him take too much, because I do think the Walsh fight took a lot out of him. And you know, it's one of those shots where you just don't see around the side of your head, and the way he fell to the canvas, he was gone in the air.
There was
glad he's okay.
The body and the head work from John Simpson, who showed a bit of everything. Listen, Paul, he had to ride the waves. There were worrying moments for him tonight as well, but by and large, pretty impressive stuff. Yeah. And a statement finish.
Yeah, the damage was done on the first knockdown, and the second one, you know, your legs are gone, you're disorientated. Then any shot will put you over, but a good shot like that one will finish the fight is what's going to do it. That was the left hook that started it. you know, that's done the damage, and then he never recovered from it. The right hand that finished him off was a great shot, and again, you know, I can't stress enough, I'm just glad that he's okay and he's sitting upright and talking.
Spot on as well, Paul, about that first punch, and also you could tell the way that Paul Appleby got back up, the way he was trying to jig jog, inject some energy into his legs. He couldn't get that energy back in time, and John Simpson was straight on him like a flash. Smiles for the Greenock man, who resumes winning ways. Might just have found himself a way back in to title contention at British level. Great news for him. Terrific news that Paul Appleby seems fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes 25 seconds of the 6th round, the referee has stopped the contest. The winner by technical countout, and the new Celtic champion, John Simpson.
Sporting as ever from Paul Appleby. He's a terrific guy, he really is. But it's John Simpson celebrating once again. He's resumed winning ways, and he's back on track. It was, well, do or die in many respects, and it was Simpson who came up with the answers.